Hey, welcome in. I'm Vicarious, and today we got another video for the X2 Mini Pro. Definitely going to be one of my forever devices, so I said, hey, why not? Let's take that 1 terabyte and let's upgrade it. So today we're going to walk through it all, and hopefully this will help you out if you want to do the same. We got our cloner. Shout out to the RH Discord, and a couple people telling me that this was a really good one, and now I'm definitely digging it. So we're gonna have that for the drive once we take out the 1 terabyte that's in here. We got our normal electric screwdriver. It's good to work. We have a nice little pry tool, and may not use this, but it's good to have everything on hand. Whenever I'm working on something that has magnetic screws, I love to have something like this so we can remember where they're from, and it keeps it locked down so they're not shooting around while we're working. Other than that, we're going to jump right into it. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to pop off these. Well, let's do battery first. Make sure you got your battery out. Power's already off. These kind of things, they're always going to have a lot of pieces under that we're going to have to figure out. But hey, we are techies, and that's what we do, right? We figure everything out. So it's going to pop right off. It's really nice, actually, to have that functionality, because a lot of devices, you're going to have kind of the sticks bothering you while you're working on it. But this goes into tablet mode. So now, I remember from some other devices, we're probably going to have to pop off this top. There's always another screw when you don't think there is any. And then down here, you're going to see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever you see a sticker, you can always assume there's going to be a screw under there. So we'll, it's not just metal on metal. I'm going to take that plastic off. You can try to be a little nicer with it, but I think this is probably not going to come off that easily for anybody. And mine's not going anywhere, so don't mind as long as we expose that screw so we can get definitely do a better job cleaning this up after, but screws under there. So now on the top, we're definitely gonna have to find a way to work this in. It's usually pretty easy to take off. With anything like this tech, you want to take your time, not push too hard, but this comes right off. There's no give at all, so that's an easy one. And then I like to take little turns in so that we don't damage any clips, don't damage any of the buttons. You're never sure what's under here, so it's better to take it slow. And voila, the first piece is off. Now we can see the other screws exposed. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So like with anything else, you gotta be careful. You gotta slowly take everything off. Alright, so let's get in it. Alright, now that we have that off, let's take a look. Probably something very similar. Now that we have it, I'm just going to find which way this pries. Since I see, get a little bit of give here, I'm going to start from up here, kind of see where that takes us. Everything with this is trial and error. I've never opened it, but I can see that there's some resistance. Now I just got to figure out where that's coming from. Now that I'm looking at the rails, there are screws in there, so I'm feeling like because of the design, I'm probably gonna have to pop those off too. And that's why I like this. Having this set up now, I know those are my top Those are going to be in my bottom. And now I'm going to make other quadrants over here of where these rail screws are going to go. So I don't get anything mixed up. Most of these should be the same, but you never know. Some devices have weird setups, so better to be safe than sorry, especially when you're messing with something that's as expensive as this. Yeah, I can feel the chassis kind of giving way when I take these off, so these definitely were holding it in. And that's what this is. It's all trial error. We'll figure it out. One step at a time. So that rail popped right off. So we keep that here so we know that that is the left rail with the left screws. Go ahead, work on this second half. You know, if this seems like too much for you, I wouldn't feel too bad, and I'd be okay with the 1 terabyte, or if you got a bigger model, it's not terrible. A lot of times we store too much stuff on our devices anyway, and so we're going to pop that rail off. Now we should have more give. Oh yeah, now it's just gonna pop right off. Okay. Now before we do anything too drastic, I want to make sure that there's nothing behind here that's latched on. Because if you think about it, you got your battery pins here. Chances are there's something attached to this. So we're gonna slowly pry it open. And honestly, it's not even prying. This is very lightly, but I can already tell there's something holding on. So that's why we take everything low and slow. Could be a hinge or something, but I got a feeling. Yep. So it was hinging on the bottom. It's got this slope to it, but there also is that cable. So once we pull this out, so we have the micro SD port down there too. Probably should have removed that beforehand, but it's okay. I think this is going to be the pogo pins for the bottom. So we have a plastic piece. Put that to the side. Now you can keep it on the bottom, so it all kind of makes sense. How I laid it out, you got the left, you got the right, bottom, top. And now you can see right inside. So yeah, be careful. You have your power adapter. That would not be good to mess up any of that. It does look pretty sturdy, but obviously now that we know, we'll take it slow. And that's it. It's a beautiful, it's what a $2,500 handheld looks like inside. I'm not going to disconnect this cable. I feel like we can work around it. So what I'm going to do is put it like that, and then we can have our workspace. So, from other devices, such as the Win Mini, a couple other ones, most of the time, you don't see it right away. It's going to be under a fan. It's kind of just a guess, but I'm going to go with the right. Something about the right that tells me it has more space. This one looks like it's a little more flush with the board. And just like anything else, we're going to figure out what's going on with the tape. Whenever there's tape, that's usually fastening it down. So we can peel that, but we don't want to mess this up because this tape's here for a reason. So we want to be able to reuse that tape unless you have some other tape on hand. I'm going to do that. I do not. So I'm going to take it easy. Try to make sure that doesn't wrap up the way I don't want. Stick it to the heat sink you got there. As you can see, I don't have the liquid cooling. So if you do have the liquid cooling model, be careful. The copper and everything will be in here, so it may have a little bit of a different look to it, but this is going to be the standard air cool model. So let's go ahead, let's get to work on this. I'm sure it's under this fan. Right now I'm only seeing one screw, but we'll pop it off and see. I have a feeling there's gonna be way more than one, or at least two, but it came in handy. I don't want to slap it around if I can, because we have that battery still attached on the bottom. Could be safer to take it out, but to mess with cables as little as I can, because anytime you mess with a cable, there's a chance of messing something up. Okay, so there's another screw right here, right behind this cable, so I'm going to be very, very careful. Pop that out. Two fins so far. That looks like it's loose. Once again, we definitely have stuff cabled up, so we want to be careful. That's all cabled. This side isn't, so we're going to flop that fan right over. There it is. There it is. We don't have access to it though. So now we're gonna have to dig a little deeper. I see 2 screws, 3 screws on this. It's attached to the fan. So it seems like we should be pretty safe to take it off. And then we'll just pop this off. Where this really comes in handy, because we came in here thinking we were going to maybe take off maybe 10 screws from maybe 2 or 3 different places, but the rails kind of added a lot to it. So now we have to make sure we know what's going on. See, these are different sides. So now I want to see how big this one is and kind of have a little bit of separation so I know which screws go which. So I got to make a mental note on that. This is a smaller screw, okay. So the 2 bigger ones are going to be up here. Right. Don't know what's under here, so let's take a peek. Comes right up. Pop that right to the side. Try to keep everything in the same workspace so we're not getting too lost. Because we didn't engineer it, so we're kind of reverse engineering it now. And then, you can see the screw right there. Now I'm going to put that under there. Like everything else, slow, steady. That's right on. And that's your SSD. It's going to be the 1 terabyte Predator that came with it. This is like pulling gold out of somewhere. It's only a terabyte, but even nowadays, with the way the world is going, this is expensive stuff. So now we're going to make sure we set this up, and we are going to clone this drive so that we have less to do. I already had some stuff installed, was tinkering around with it, so now this will allow us to clone this drive. It'll be an exact copy of what I had, and then we'll fix the partitions inside the device. Like I said, shout out to the RH Discord. I forget exactly who it was, but they put me onto this drive. It was on Amazon. It's really cheap, 30 bucks. It was renewed for 30 bucks, but even standard, it's I think 45. And this will save you a ton of time. So now we just make sure on what we're doing. So this is going to be the source. Go ahead. Get that in there, nice and firm. And then this is going to be the target. Our 4 terabyte. Because this device deserves the best. Alright, so it's reading it, and notice they both are there. Now, Always double check with your instructions, especially when you're using something you are not used to using. Not really cloning a lot of drives. So we're gonna hold on to this clone button. So it flashes, press it one more time, and that's gonna indicate they started. So that should be cloning. All right, so we're gonna cut here and be back with the rest of it. All right, the cloning process is done. In case you do get this model, these were flashing and lighting up to a certain point. Once they're all solid, everything's solid, you're gonna hit the power button, make sure that's off. Also take the power out just to make sure. Never know, you're messing with hard drives. And then just be careful, it could be hot. It's just cranking it out. And then this is gonna go right in. Alright, so we're gonna make sure the teeth are lined up, but I also want to get under here, so let's slip under here first. Drop that in. Those teeth lined up. Use this. These cables. Apply a little pressure here. Just enough to seat it correctly. It's probably the hardest part of this whole thing for me. So I'm trying to break one of these ribbons. We did all this work. Nicely. Get our screwdriver. Nice and tight in there. All right. Now we just got to go backwards. I'll speed it up in the video, but I'll leave it in there so just in case you forgot. Just in case I forgot. First, let's figure it all back out. Yes. All right, now for the moment of truth. Everything back together. Rails are in. Let's go ahead and power it up. Great thing about this handheld is that you didn't really have to be worried about the power source because it wasn't there. So with other handhelds, you might want to release that battery cable that we did not. Alright, starting on. Let's see. Moment of truth. Did we do it, or did we screw it? Once we get in here, I'll show you what the drive is going to look like. So you can see it already has everything that was there before. This fingerprint reader is still not the best. Do I love this machine? Alright, we got our boy rolling over there. Alright, so you see everything had been moved over. This is a huge thing. I'm going to go over it. Let me turn the brightness down because it is blowing that up. I'm going to go over it in the video, but go to HDR. Is fantastic. After you calibrate the panel, I'll probably do a whole video on it because honestly it makes the panel sing, and I think that's pretty much the only reason people bought this, because you know the Apex, very similar. This is just the Apex evolved. Alright, so we go into our drive, go into PC. So right now you're going to see it still only sees it as that 1 terabyte. So now I'll use this handy dandy keyboard that came with it. So now we're going to go into search. You can do disk to create partitions, and then here you're going to see we have everything that was copied over perfectly, and then we have all this unallocated space. So now you can either make this into, oh, it's kind of hard to see because, sorry, the brightness. These OLED panels are insane. I have to put it to 0. Let me, so now, so you can see. Now, once you're in that disk management, you're going to see that that's going to be your unallocated space. It'll differ depending on the drive. If it's only a 2 terabyte you put in, obviously it'll be smaller. So then here, option-wise, you're going to be able to mess around with the drives and see where you want. Right now, I'm probably going to end up putting Bazite on here so we can test it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete this. I'm going to extend the C drive for now, because when I do my Bazite, that'll allow me to partition it the way I want there, so I can dual boot. But really, that is it. Just a disclaimer, I don't get these products from 1X. I'm not sponsored in any way. This is all my own money. All I ask is, if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what else you want to see. I'm definitely going to have more videos coming up. Gameplay is probably going to be one of the next videos, and then we're going to probably delve into some Bazite, maybe some Catchy, see what works. And other than that, thanks for watching.